Shya.
Hello, how y'all doing?
So Shya, tell us, what do you do?
I'm a hairstyle. Well, I'm a stylist.
Mm-hmm.
I style hair and I style clothes. I have 2 locations. Well, I have 3 locations. I have 2 salons and I have a clothing boutique. The salon I'm in now is 2741 10th Street. My boutique is 2737 10th Street. And when I say I'm a stylist, like I style hair and I style clothes. Like say you got an event you want to go to, you want the total package, I kind of help you out.
Okay.
I pretty much just try to help people find their style, whatever that may be.
Oh, interesting. So tell me, we know the Shya that you are now, but tell me,
Get right to it.
you know, I see the growth in you now, but tell me how you got to be to the place you are now.
Business-wise, what do you mean?
Business-wise, spiritually, just the person that you are now versus maybe 20 years ago.
Oh, maturity. Maturity and growth. And I'm just grateful for it to be here, for the longevity. When I first came out, I started doing hair when I was like 14.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and I started doing hair in the salon when I was 14. I was doing hair before then because when I was like 11, 12, I would get off the bus at your house and I would braid your hair. I was that little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I turned like 14, I started working in a legit hair salon. So I always been like in the salon or on the fashion scene. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been my thing.
Okay.
Fashion, And growing up in the inner city, like, my mom, she wasn't really that hairstyle, clothing type. So we had to do what we had to do with our clothes. So it might have went from, I'm gonna do my cousin hair, my cousin gonna do her hair, girl, let me borrow your shirt, let me put it with these pants, and eventually it grew up into like, oh, you can really do hair, or you can really, dress clothes and stuff like that. So it just kind of went from there, and I just kind of went with it.
Okay.
Okay. Spiritually, I like, when you go through childhood trauma, it kind of molds you. Society molds you into who they want you to be. Like you grow up thinking that you have to be this certain type of person, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up thinking, like, for instance, one of my characteristics was my father was a fighter. So everybody would be like, oh, you're gonna be fighting just like your dad. So I grew up thinking that, I was supposed to be a fighter, or I was supposed to be a this, or I was supposed to be a that. So, but it wasn't bringing me peace after I became an adult. It was fun while I was a kid, or like when I was in my younger ages. But then I found myself like just running around in circles doing the same thing, and I wasn't getting any peace. You know what I'm saying? So I went on this like crazy journey for peace, and I just wanted to find some peace, and I found it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at now, just in a peaceful place.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been married?
I have. Yeah, I've been married.
What do you think about
marriage? Is beautiful. Marriage is beautiful. I think it's a covenant between you and your best friend. I think everybody out there has somebody for them. My grandma used to have this saying that every pot got its lid.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Every pot got its lid. It's somebody out there for everybody. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta find your person. And sometimes we fumble into people that's not our person, but I think even in those fumbles, we learn who we are. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You could be with a dude that's like the most horrible person in the world, but he might birth something, he might show you something, the strength that you never even knew you had. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a failed relationship, it's really a plus. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's all in living and learning.
That was something that I had written down too, about things that you can learn from failed or not so successful relationships, because you turn into a whole different beast.
Yeah.
After certain pains and stuff like that.
Yeah, I did that with my last marriage. I've been single now for 4 years, and it was just like I was like, dang, I gotta realize, like, instead of always blaming the person, I gotta realize, like, why I keep bumping into the same type of people. You know what I'm saying? So then it made me like search myself and see why I was drawing myself to these type of people. Like, what were my values? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, if you ain't bringing nothing, you're not gonna get nothing. But society got it. This blueprint pointed out, like, we can just do this, do that, and we're gonna get a good man. No, you gotta be a good person to get a good person. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not just go. You're not just go be out here being a horrible person and think you're gonna be happy with a good person. That's not how it works. So, just not
think
me.
it's possible to be a good person to the wrong person?
No, because if you're a good person, you're a good person to everybody. I'm not gonna be a bad person just because I'm with a bad person.
Right.
If I'm a good person, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if that person is a butthead or this, that, and up to the third, it'll come back on them. You know what I'm saying? For someone a good person. So
Ready to go.
I don't believe that. Me personally, I don't. Yeah.
Is there anything that you feel like in your last marriage that you could have done differently to make it work for them?
Oh yeah, yeah. I have my flaws that in my last situation. For one, I'm way over independent. And and with that being so independent, if a person ain't moving fast enough, I feel like I gotta snatch it and move with it. Then I gotta take care of it. And sometimes, as a female, we don't know our place because we've been put out of our place for so long. We don't really know how to be the soft female. We so used to being in mommy mode or whatever mode, and sometimes we forget that's not our child. That's our man. Like, you feel me? So we want to tell them what to do. We want to tell them how to dress, and I will say, like, sometimes we get carried away with that.
Right. Right. I mean, I understand that. I've been trying to explain that to men, like, as far as, because now they call us masculine, and I feel like in some cases, like you just said, we're in mommy mode all the time. Somebody like you that has their own business, you have to be a boss and be, just delegating. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be in that type of space all the time. So I'm sure it's difficult to kind of step out of that sometimes. I think that it's just in us. Being a single, if you're a single mom or whatever.
Yeah, because you gotta get it done. You got people depending on you. So you so scared, like, if I don't get it done, then who's gonna provide for my kids?
Yeah.
But I think that's where we out of place at now.
Yeah.
Because, like, technically we don't have to get it done. We really should be sitting back and allowing the man to get some things done. But
some of them don't get it done.
some of them don't, but that's not our place, that's their place.
Yeah.
If we're getting what we're supposed to be done in our part, then eventually they'll catch up.
Yeah.
We just gotta be patient with each other and know, what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What do you feel like is a good man?
What's a good man? Someone that fears their creator. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that knows that they're gonna have to answer for how they treat their significant other. Somebody that believes in working with you, to better you, not just, realizing that what they get at the door, that's not what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They can see what it's gonna be later on down the road, where that person can be, who that person can be. You know what I'm saying?
So it's not about like material things with you, like
No.
having a car or your own place or anything like that.
I mean, those things are nice because if you're looking at it in a materialistic world, but if you really think about it, if you really think about it, we're souls, and you need to be looking for your soul mate. So if you're looking for your soul mate, that has nothing to do with materialistic things. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you can't take any of this materialistic stuff. It's nice, but we're not gonna be able to take this with us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and if we really have to think about it, your soul mate, that's someone that your soul connects with. You know what I'm saying? Versus, you could get a bag with anybody. Like, if you get with the right person, the right team, you get a bag with anybody. But are y'all gonna get along? Are y'all gonna click? You know what I'm saying? If you're having a bad day and you can't verbally come out and tell them, can they sense it in your vibe and your energy? You know what I'm saying? To me, those are the type of things that matter. All the materialistic stuff, that's nice too, don't get me wrong, but that stuff don't matter at the end of the day to me. That's just me personally. Some people might, you know what I'm saying? Some people might see it differently, but that materialistic stuff don't really do a lot.
So when you decided that you were gonna choose, Islam as your religion, how does that play into your life now? Like, when it comes to dating or just interacting with people, do you feel like it has changed your life drastically?
Yeah.
And how you interact with people?
Yeah.
On a day-to-day?
Yeah, it does. Dating wise, before, when you dating somebody, you dating them because, you just seeing what's up with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I date for marriage. Like, there ain't no we just hanging out,
Right.
we just chilling. I'm trying to see if you're potential enough to be my spouse, my
Right.
mate. You know what I'm saying? On just treating people on a day-to-day basis, I changed a lot because it made me realize like we all got a job here on Earth. Like everybody has a job here, and it's to help each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only way we're really gonna get somewhere is we help one another. So that's your job here. So do it.
Right.
Not hurt each other, but help each other in any
Right.
way you can. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that before that wasn't my thought process. You know what I'm saying? That's not how I looked at it, but that's really how I view it now. Like that's really how I view it now. Like you just gotta you gotta know like what good are you doing here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How are you helping someone? You know, because that's really what it's about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And realizing that I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. You know what I'm saying? You put your
Right.
pants on one leg at a time. I put
Right.
my, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, so and our money doesn't make us any better than each other. Our race doesn't make us any better than each other. Our gender that don't make us no better than each other. To me, what makes us the best type of person is like what positive things we do.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's how I view it. You know.
I truly believe at this stage in my life that if I'm not impacting the world in a positive way,
Yeah.
what am I really doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
What
That's
am I
true.
really doing?
Yeah.
That's just my thought process.
Yeah.
I mean, having fun and all those other things, that's cool, but you know, when it's say for instance today was my last day here.
Yeah.
Would I be okay with what
Yeah.
I did today?
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
think that's what people should think about when everybody be like, you only live once, which I think is a lie. You live forever. You live forever. You know what I'm saying? Your body, you know what I'm saying? It may leave here, but your soul will live forever. So you can't just say you only live once. So you gotta think like, well, what am I doing while I'm here? And that's what's really important.
Right. What was I about to say? Do you feel like dating is a distraction
For what?
for women or for anybody? Do you feel like it gets or does it not have to be so much of a distraction?
No, I think it should be a pleasurable thing. I think we make it a distraction, like, you know, in what we're doing. Like, you know, if you're dating for whatever reason, then it's not a distraction. It should be a helpmate. Because
Right.
you're trying to find somebody to add the yin to your yang.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you think about stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you know a lot of women get themselves in situations and they end up, you know, really sad and depressed and they can't think straight and they
Oh, yeah.
making
They be
impulsive
sick.
decisions.
Yeah.
And it's like you gotta know that's not your person if you're going through all that.
Or it might be your person, but why are you going through that though? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not always the person. Sometimes it's us. Like it's us. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you know you have control issues, then why get with someone that has a controlling spirit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So little stuff like that we set ourselves up for. I think.
Right.
Anyway. But no, it's not a distraction. Especially if you balance it out. It's all about balance and learning how to balance things out. And once you balance it out, it should help you more than anything because it should be like a relief.
Mhm.
A date should be something you look forward to.
Mhm.
Like you going out with your people to eat. You know what I'm saying? You going for walks or you doing whatever is soothing to you. It should be your step away from this everyday world and your significant other saying, "Let me show you something."
Right. Right.
So that's what makes it beautiful.
Do you only if you were interested in a man, do you only look at Muslim men or anybody?
Well, I wouldn't say Muslim only. I will say, for one, let me break it down. Let me see how I can put this. In order for me to be with someone, I want my husband to be my prayer partner. So I have to make sure that we're praying to the same deity, meaning monotheism.
Right.
Like you're praying to your creator. You're praying to who created us, the earth, everything. You know what I'm saying? You're not praying to anything else because we have to pray together. You have to lead me in prayer. You know what I'm saying? And that's one reason. Okay. The second reason is Islamically, women have rights. as wives. Like there's certain rights that have to be fulfilled as a Muslim woman that I'm supposed to get in a marriage. Financial, spiritual, certain things that I'm supposed to get. If he's not Muslim, he's not gonna know those things. One of the things, which is not a big deal, but it's just something I'll share with you. The average Muslim sister, we don't pay bills. Your husband is supposed to be your sole provider. You feel what I'm saying? Your money is your money. If you choose to help your husband, then that's fine. But if I was to get with someone that didn't know that, and they gonna be come with that, you got 50-50, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he wouldn't be giving me my rights as a Muslim sister.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just different things like, you know, your rights.
Right.
You know.
So you would be getting away from your rights if
From
you
my
started
rights.
dating outside.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you feel like women should have their own standards and kind of rights and expectations on their own? You know, whether they're religious or not, they should still have.
Yeah,
some
you should
sort
have
of-
some type. You should have some type of standards because you know old people tell you right now if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have some type of standards to stand on to say, you know what, this is what I believe in this scenario. This is, you know what I'm saying? I
Right.
don't believe that men should do this. I don't believe that you should do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? For instance, I don't know what you practice, right? But would you be okay with your significant other having multiple wives?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, let me ask my
I
client.
believe in polygamy.
Client.
Yes.
Would you be okay with your significant other having multiple wives? See, Islamically, we can't deny them that. That's their right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's his right.
Right.
That's his God-given right that he can have
Is
more.
polygamy?
Yeah.
Did that come from?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it came from the beginning of time.
Okay. Because I believe in that, but I also say when people think I'm weird when I say it, I'm like, when I see a man dating multiple women, like, why can't he just be monogamy? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah. I don't think men were I think they can, but I think it's hard for men to date one woman. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe we're gonna get into a time wherein men are gonna outnumber us. And I don't just mean that in the physical. I mean they're gonna be bodies here, but where the men at?
I think we're already, I'll say this. I feel like right now with numbers, I feel like there's more single women than there are. It's just more of us than there are men. I feel like some of us, just by the numbers and by the ratio, I feel like some of us just are never going to get married.
What?
Because the numbers are off.
No.
There's more of us than there are them.
Then that
Than
means
there are available to
then,
us.
okay, then it would be
You got to remember, some of them don't even want to get married.
yeah. Then
Some of them are secretly, they like men.
yeah.
Some of them are married, they just like to cheat. Some of them just absolutely have no desire in being in a committed relationship. They just want to play.
Some men are built for monogamous relationship.
No, so
Yeah, some men
it limits like what we can get our hands on, because a lot of them just don't want the same. They don't want to be in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
So
I think they do, but I think we force them to be in a relationship with just one person. I think if we would allow them the freedom, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't own anybody.
Right.
Just because that's my husband, I don't own you. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying?
right.
You know, so if we take that out of our mind, we just be like, oh, that's my husband.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want my husband talking to nobody else, but some people are with it, some people aren't. You got to make sure that your partner is okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem.
I don't either. I mean,
If it's laid on the table and it's honest.
exactly. I'd rather you do that than for
She
you
gonna
to be
be-
trying to play like I'm your only, and then you got 5 others.
And you know
doing
what's
the same
crazy
thing I do.
though? These crazy girls will get out here and brag about being a side chick. But if you say something about, you know what I'm saying, being a co-worker, like, oh, they crazy.
Listen.
But they will brag about being a, you know what I'm saying?
I said this a couple of weeks ago up there. I had a group of guys, because them guys were saying that women are a problem. I'm not gonna say that. That's a bold statement to make, but I feel like if women would stop being side chicks, that might eliminate that problem. If women will stop giving their bodies up after 2 drinks, that might help us out some. If you would require these men to be men, and whatever that means for you, you know, maybe you didn't grow up with a dad, maybe you did, I don't know. Whatever that looks like for you, because you gotta know all of us women look at men differently. What you might consider is a real man, I might think he a clown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I think women need to just kind of stand on their square and really stand on it, because these girls get on social media and they act like they got so many standards and boundaries, and the right dude come along and knock them all down. So,
that's true.
You know, I just think we gotta get better at
our standards. And you know, we be so ready just to be in a relationship until we'll bend those standards. If that's what you with, that's what you with from the door. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what you with from the door. Yeah. But if you bend them that quickly, are they your real standards, or you just? And it's okay, like when you're dealing with a guy, and you know he might show you something different. You be like, okay, well maybe that might be something different. That might be all right there. So what he's saying, that's different than just like, well, I'm just gonna change everything about me. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can have him. You know, and I think that's the scary part. Like that's the scary part.
Have you ever did that before?
Of course. Of course, in my younger days. Well, you know what really messed us up too, and people don't realize it though. It's that Betty Wright mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Betty Wright song.
She should not have came up with that.
Yo, and I'm talking about
that was Shirley and Barbara and all
that was like the black household anthem. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And then when they would put it on, I remember seeing my older aunts and stuff, they would put that Betty Wright on, and they would act like that lady was really saying something. And on the end, she would say, having a piece of man
is better than having no man. I'm like, what? Because now when I listen to it, like, you know, now when you listen to songs, listen to that Bad Lady from Erica. When I heard that song back then, I'm like, oh, she just talking about a bunch of food. But when you listen to that now as a grown woman,
you know what she's telling you, get your ish together.
Like, you carrying a lot of baggage
around with you. And you go always have it. So it is.
Like,
but I love her, period, though. She got a whole vibe that'll put you on to something if you listen to what she say.
Yeah, she's definitely a vibe. But you're right, though. That Betty Wright thing.
Man, Betty Wright messed us up bad.
She messed us up bad.
The whole mentality.
And then think about it. She birthed a generation of people thinking that having
you can put it on now. You can put that song on now, and you know everybody will go crazy. They will go crazy singing Betty Wright. You're like, what? Did you just hear what she said? You know what I'm saying? Don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie, why would we blame Charlie? Like, for real. Why would we blame? It's Charlie's fault. Why would we blame Charlie? Blame Charlie.
And then she started promoting woman to woman, that conversation. There's women doing that now, and I think that's a little cool. But you know, there are women now that are really. If you gotta call another, and you tell me what you think, man. If you gotta call another woman about your man, you have already lost.
Now, I'll say that now, but in my younger days, I said I will call your mama about my man. Yes, sir. I would call your mama about my man. Excuse me, Miss Sandra, does my boyfriend be over your house at your door? You know, because you know, but now, today, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, because you already lost. And I even got to ask you some stuff.
I had somebody ask me, reach into my inbox or whatever, and try to ask me something, and I'm like, well, first of all, if you gotta ask, you already know. If you gotta ask me about this person,
and
you already
get mad and fight you.
But you won't say nothing. He can come back, get his feet rubbed, his crusty, nasty feet rubbed, and have a hot meal wet for him. And you ready to beat me up at my job.
Because we back together. Don't want nobody to say nothing about it.
And then he gonna be back over here. Come on now. You gotta be. That's what I'm saying.
Me being on, I've been on both sides. I've been like the little side girlfriend, and I have been the main girlfriend. And from both perspectives, I felt dumber as the main girlfriend. I feel dumber.
I was the only person.
I feel dumber as the main girl.
Well, you know, nowadays, women are side chicks to their husbands.
Oh, yeah.
They treating their side chicks better than they do their wives. So that's a problem, you know. We have that going on, so we're fighting against that. So a woman thinking that, oh, I'm in love with my man.
But you know what did it though, right?
What?
The music. The music,
Yeah.
the whole persona that they sitting out here, they pushing on us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They got us thinking that this stuff is okay. They
Yeah.
got us thinking that, you know, it's the norm. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not. And that's the scary part about it. About the whole scenario. It's not the norm.
It shouldn't be.
I hate some of this music that's out now.
Yeah.
But
it's getting in our kids' heads.
Man, the kids know it better than they know it. They know how to sing Sexy Red
better
than they know algebra.
Can you imagine? Just like, I don't know who we idolized when I was younger. But
I ain't go front. I grew up in South Florida.
Oh, really?
I grew up in South Florida. I used to idolize. I'm ashamed to even say it.
Who?
Luke Walker and the Tulare crew. Baby, I thought Uncle Luke was my uncle for real. Girl, when he came out with them dirty songs, we used to hear the boys come up with their cars and they be playing them in their systems. I'm talking about little kids from everywhere would just run outside and just start dancing. You know what I'm saying? Not even knowing like that whole mentality. They was just shifting us right then, letting us think it was okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Making us think that it was okay to behave that way.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Making us think it was okay to carry ourselves that way. Which, I mean, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But don't do it because that's what they pushing on.
Right. And that's what's happening. You know, girls want to be like Sexy Red and Cardi B. And it's so, I mean, that's okay if that's, you know,
What you into.
You young, you know, you into that type of stuff. But I feel like after you reach a certain age, like, you know.
But I don't even think Sexy Red and Cardi B want to be like Sexy Red and Cardi B.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you hear them complaining about their life and stuff like that. And we could see it don't work for them because they get cheated on too.
Yeah.
They get cheated on bad.
Yeah. I don't believe that, you can tell me what you think. I don't believe that there's anything that you can do to stop a man from cheating. I mean, like, I'm talking about.
It's one thing you can't stop a man from cheating on you.
How?
It's a very good way to stop him from cheating on you. It's not cheating. You let him do what he's gonna do. If that's what he wants to do, that's what he's gonna do. It's not cheating. You know what I'm saying? And if he wants to be faithful to you, then that's how you stop him. But if he don't want to be faithful to you, then you can't. You know what I'm saying? That's him. Which isn't right, but I can only worry about myself.
Yeah.
What's on in here? Okay. I'm sorry.
What you think? Good?
Yeah, I'm just working
One of the questions I didn't ask, or I do want to ask you, with you being a business owner and stuff like that, do you feel like some men are intimidated by that, or you feel okay?
Yeah, it's horrible too, because to a certain degree, it's like it's a double-edged sword. Like, you know, you don't want to intimidate them, but it comes natural. The intimidation comes natural. You don't really plan on intimidating them, but it comes natural. Like, you know, what can you do?
Right.
Again, I gotta say it again. Society has it set up now. The average woman makes more than the average man.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? We got this mentality of if you could use it to your advantage and it could be good for you, or you could use it for your downfall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can use it for your downfall and make them feel bad about it.
Yeah.
But that's just how it is.
I feel like.
I've heard a lot that I intimidate men.
Yeah.
Like, especially with like dating.
But don't you think that's sad? Like, you shouldn't be intimidated by me, baby. Just join me.
Yeah.
Join me. Join me. Like,
It's easy to say join me too, and because I'm guilty of this, right? We'll say join me, right? But then when we get mad, you like, you broke, you know what I'm saying? You broke, niggas, like, you feel what I'm saying? This, that, and other to the third. So in one breath, you saying, oh yes, join me, help me. We're gonna build together. But then as soon as you get mad, you gonna remind this man, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't worth
Start
2
be
cents.
masculine.
Yeah.
Because I've done it.
Yeah.
And I didn't. Because I think initially you start out, I think for me personally, because I was really in love with somebody that I made more than. But he had an income, it's just that I made more than him and it seemed like I had more than him. But when I started looking at other men and other things that other men had, it made me look at him like, okay, you ain't really about shit.
Really?
You ain't doing nothing. You still on the game on it.
And
which
see, if you
he
sit
had-
home on a game all day, now
No,
that's
but
different.
he had an income.
Okay.
He was a veteran.
Okay.
So that's why I know, like, that
Is
was
this
a
just
child.
women now? Is this the same one you showed us before? The old guy?
No. This is a real relationship I had.
Okay.
That person was just a date.
Okay.
Fun.
Okay. Something to do.
But yeah. So when I was in that relationship, now looking back on it, I wish that I would have just kind of humbled myself because he did everything else I needed him to do.
Yeah.
Cook, clean.
Yeah.
He still had an income.
Yeah.
So I really wish that I would have just humbled myself because when you go out around men that are working and making money and making it happen, they have their own businesses. It's like, damn, why can't I get one of those? You know.
But we really wouldn't even know what to do with those type of men. Like if a man really came in the building and was like, really told us like, sit down, be quiet.
Right.
You look at that dude like, you know what I'm saying? And if you think about it, a man that come with his own, they not gonna let us talk to him any type of way.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna tell you, sit down somewhere, act like you got some sense,
and I've dated men with money, and some of them don't always treat you like you want to be treated.
No.
Some of them are mean, and
Yeah.
some of them are assholes.
Yeah.
The ones that were kind of nice to me, they have their own standards as to what they think a woman should be. I had went on this fast one time, and when I came out of it, I realized like if at that stage in my life how messed up I was.
How long did you go on it?
How
long did you fast?
That was for like 30 days.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, that was for like 30 days. I realized at that time that even if my husband had met me, he wouldn't have liked me.
Oh yeah.
He wouldn't have liked me at that point in time. He would not even have noticed me probably.
And then if you take off the physical,
Yeah.
if you take off the physical,
Yes.
what do you really have to bring? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's deep. Yeah. That's deep. And I think that's a good way of looking at it for men and for women.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people got good physical things going on, but they absolutely have no morality.
Horrible. Yeah.
No morality at all. And are horrible people.
I remember when I was young and I was dating this dude, he was older than me. He had a girlfriend. And I used to be like, why you come over here and, chill with me or whatever? You got a whole girlfriend at home that's a good woman and I can't even cook rice. I promise you, I was like 17, 18. Dude was like a little bit older than me, but it was nothing I could really do for him. You know what I'm saying? So I just could not understand that.
But he probably liked being around you.
Well, I think it was more the manipulation. Like she gonna call you out on your BS with when I'm gonna be okay with it.
Okay,
I don't know
okay.
better. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, that works too for
Yeah.
them. Because in some degree, some women might feel like, okay, well, if I just sit down and shut up and not say anything, that's gonna keep him. But is that strength or weakness?
Weakness. That's
You know
to
what
me,
I'm
that's a
saying?
weakness.
So it's like, and I know women that do that, and they have held their marriages down, but it's like, that breaks you down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not even happy for real.
Yeah.
So,
It's a win-win.
yeah. I think it's just important. I know for me to just really, I know what I'm looking for. And I ain't gonna stop till I get it.
Yeah. But and then you gotta know we gotta know us to even know what we're looking
Yeah.
for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff this year that even the last dating situation that I was in, a lot of those things.
You single now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah. Certain things about that situation taught me like when somebody disrespect you the first time,
Yeah.
that's it. You know what I'm saying? There's no letting it slide because if not, they're gonna figure skate. Like they're gonna keep doing it over and over. So I feel like at this point moving forward, I'm never gonna bend on my standards no more. I'm never gonna, give. I ain't gonna say give nobody grace, but people be knowing what they be doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
This lady, she told me this one time. She was like, I was like, how many times do you let a person disrespect you? She was like, well, first of all, they gotta respect you to ever disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? Some of them never even respect us from the door. From the door, they don't respect us. And we talking about they disrespected us. No, you never.
They never respected you. And a lot of it, you can watch how people treat themselves.
I notice how
Watch
they
how
treat
people
their
treat
females and their
themselves.
family.
Yes.
Like their mom,
Yes.
how you treat your mom, your sister, or whatever. That means a lot to me.
Yes.
You like it?
Yes, ma'am.
Look good.
Podcast. I'm Monica Michelle, and today we have with us Shya,
Hey, how y'all doing?
and she's a stylist.
Yeah.
She styles hair and clothing. So Shya, you had a few business luncheons.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
Just pretty much it just fell on me, you know, because there's so many people out here that have businesses, but we don't properly know how to run them, myself included. Like, you know, I've been in the industry for a minute, and I'm just now learning business tactics to help to, you know, take my business to the next level. So I was like, you know, instead of somebody else learning late, let's just all try to teach each other. So I started doing these little business luncheons, and it actually started off with, I just was gonna do them for my girls that work for me. So it went from me doing it for 10 people to me doing it for 50 people to my next event is 75 people.
Wow.
And we have like different people that come and speak on different things of business to try to teach and educate. Mm-hmm. And what I'm trying to grow it into is like a nonprofit.
Okay.
And the name of my nonprofit is IMAM.
Okay.
IMAM. So and it's just to give back to the community, just to teach us different things about the community, so that we can learn business, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we can know business, we can know how to conduct our businesses. Because I think, you know, everybody has to work for somebody, but we should be able to work for ourselves to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because most jobs that we go on, especially like if we move up, like if we become managers or supervisors, that could have been our business. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something to think about. Everybody having their own business in some type of way to help each other. And then I also wanted to do it amongst, because at the business luncheons, it's always just women. It's no men at the luncheons, always women. And what I'm trying to do is to show us how much more further up we can move if we pull together.
Right.
If we learn to realize that we're not each other's competition,
right.
that we're each other's completion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if we pull more sisterhood into it and start building up more, we can have more. Right. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to show each other that and put us all on a level field of knowing each other, who each other are in the community, and what type of business each other offer, so that we can connect better. You know what I'm saying? And it's working out good. It's becoming very successful. And I see it going places. Like I said, we moved from 20 people to 50 people to now I'm expecting 75 people at my next luncheon.
Oh, wow.
So I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful. And it's always, the luncheons are free. Mm-hmm. The luncheons are free. And I don't know where the money comes from, but every time God bless us, sometime, you know, some way that it's paid for. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's always a free luncheon that people can come to and enjoy themselves and express themselves and learn. Right. So it's just what
Look
it's
at
about.
you, changing the world.
I'm trying to, girl. I'm trying to do my part. Anyway, I'm trying to do my part. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's.
You gotta come to the next one.
I want to.
Yes.
I think I tried to RSVP with you, but yeah, I want.
I'm sending the RSVPs out on Sunday. It's the next luncheon is September the 9th. I mean September the 8th, and it's gonna be at the Cherry McBlossom building here in Greenville, North Carolina. But yeah, you just RSVP and we put you down, and you just come to the luncheon and have a good time. We have great speakers each and every time. We always have some really nice speakers, some people that educate, you know what I'm saying, and help and stuff like that.
Yeah. Did you always know that you wanted to open your own hair salon?
No. I had dreams of doing way other things. But so the hair thing just stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? It became my passion. Like I have a gift of gab. And with that, like I learned of how you can take something nothing and make it into something. And I just like the way that people feel after they get their hair done to make them look beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And make them think more of themselves. Yeah. Make them think more of themselves, you know what I'm saying? Just showing them that inner beauty. And that's not just with hair. Like I said, I style clothes too, and I do the same thing. Somebody could be having a rough day. You get your hair done and put on your outfit, you feel all the better. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're able to express yourself within doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just my thing. That's just what I like to do.
I think that's cool because a lot of women, I know for me, I'm not a big fashion person.
No.
And no.
Yeah.
And so it would take me to say, Sharon, what do you think? Let me go in there and see what I can put together.
Yeah.
Or,
You gotta come by sometimes. We'll put
Yeah.
a few looks on you, tell me what look you're going for.
Yeah.
And it's just about making you feel comfortable, because some people might come in and be like, oh, I want to feel sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy ain't just putting somebody on a body dress.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sexy is what makes you feel sexy
Right.
in that garment. What makes you feel sexy in that piece. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
finding out what makes that person feel sexy.
Right.
What makes that person feel however they're trying to feel. You know what I'm saying? So it's fun to me. It's like playing dress up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So.
That's dope. Have you ever been into makeup?
No, that's not my thing.
Okay.
I wear makeup every now and then. I try not to wear makeup as much because let's go sound cliche. I love me.
Okay.
Like, the makeup is nice to put on every now and then. I do the makeup with the lashes or whatever, but overall I want to be comfortable in me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you'll see me with makeup on sometimes, but 9 times out of 10 I won't have it on. Or, you know what I'm saying? I like being me. Because, we're beautiful. And I want to express to us that we're beautiful not because of the way we wear our hair, not because of the clothes we got on, not because of the makeup we got on. We're beautiful because of what's inside. Like, your inside is so beautiful, who you are on the inside. And no makeup, hair, or clothes will ever fix that. Because you can catch people, they can be pretty as all outside and have an ugly demeanor. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can catch somebody that's not as attractive, but they're really the nicest person.
Kept calling Wet 100 a boy. It was on some white dude podcast that got a lot of